You need to be embedded in the communities that you work in. You cannot deliver services from the side or from above. You have to be in there on a day-to-day basis, knowing and connecting as those community people do with the real issues on the ground. That's so important. And often it doesn't happen. My name's Shane Brown. I'm the CEO of Weave Youth and Community Services. The service has been operating for the past 40 years. Weave is an organisation with 53 staff and 4 sites. We're based in a number of places in Woolloomooloo, Waterloo, Maroubra, and we provide a whole spectrum of programs that cover all the way from practical support to intensive emotional support and in between. Weave is not an Aboriginal organisation, but around about 70% of all the people we work with are Aboriginal, and we've spent a long time learning about how to work in that community and negotiated very closely with elders and others in the community to make sure that we're delivering services appropriately and in a culturally safe way.
One of the things I love about Weave is how they listen to the community and how they listen to their clients, and Weave are really strong lobbyists. They put the community's wants and needs and aspirations first, and they go into funding bodies, if you like, armed with that first, rather than here's a program, let's dip into that bucket. And I think Shane and the team do a wonderful job in capturing that information from the community. Very creative ways of doing that. There might be an open community event and all of the staff are involved and engaged, and while we might be running a stall or running a little competition or face painting, they're capturing that information and bringing that back into the service and saying, hey, how can we do this? And of course that's when people share information and share genuine information. So they're really rich at getting that. Weave does a wonderful job of recognising difference and valuing difference and diversity. And I think they adopt into practice some of the practical things that could help remove barriers to access. For example, I think they participate in Aboriginal community events. A lot of Aboriginal people in the community know who works for Weave, doesn't matter what colour they are. But also I think where Weave is unable to deliver a service for Aboriginal people by Aboriginal people, I think it does a great job in getting that cultural guidance and support in other ways, either through their governance arrangements, or they'll set up little mentoring relationships with Aboriginal people, so that there's that constant and ongoing sort of cultural guidance.
For organisations that are delivering services in communities they're not part of, you need to get out into the community and you need to meet the gatekeepers. When I started the service in Redfern, I met one young person who I spent a lot of time with, who introduced me to everyone else, and then their grandmothers, and then their parents, their grandmothers, and everyone else. When you're embedded in the community and you're trusted, you can be available when the crises happen. An auntie or a grandmother or someone will call us and say, can you come and meet with these young people because we're worried about them. That's really important, to be able to be accessible to do that. And it's also really important to be able to drop other things for the more important things, and not to say, well, no, I can't do that. You really have to say yes. You have to decide what those priorities are and make them a priority.
So, if we took Weave away, I think that's a pretty scary thought, to be honest. Most young people that I engage with, mainly through my personal life and my volunteer networks, but most of the people that experience problems in my life, I sort of say, you should go and have a talk to those guys at Weave. Now, if I had to do that sentence again without Weave there, I don't know who I would say, actually.